What's up guys, Lvladen here, and today I'm coming at you with a video on my red Paladin. These are going to be some duels I did outside of Stormwind just for fun. There's not too much going on in WoW at the moment, so I figured how better to pass the time than just, chilling out in front of Stormwind or an Elven Forest and dueling a bunch of people and seeing who we can get to play the game. I am running a slightly different spec than usual for these duels. I run Unbound Freedom, Jurisdiction, and Law and Order. No War of Reckoning. War of Reckoning doesn't necessarily stack very quickly in duels because you might not be getting crit a ton. Typically, the way War of Reckoning benefits is multiple teammates get crit, therefore stacking up the buff really quickly. So I opted for Jurisdiction in order to try a more kiting strat against melee, and also allowing me to hit hunters from far, and just all around better mobility build. This is actually like pretty much the max mobility PvP setup that you can go, aside from taking Cavalier, but I don't necessarily need Cavalier here. All right, if you guys enjoy, feel free to like, subscribe, follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and I will see you all next video. All right, this first duel is going to be against a Fury Warrior. I'm going to start off by slowing him, throwing my Judgments and my Vanquisher's Hammer from range, and just hitting him from outside of his charge range, but not so much that he can still get to me. He ends up walking back and then charging towards me. Actually, he's running double time, so he charges again, and he's also using his Recklessness along with Reckless Abandon, so his crushing blows are charging him towards me as well. He leaps and blade storms and still misses and is not able to get onto me because I'm just kiting him outside of his charge distance and using our Final Verdict and extended range Divine Storm, and he just literally gives up because he cannot touch me. It's a very, very fun duel against this guy here. This next duel is against another Fury Warrior, and I'm going to employ the same strat here. Goes and stuns me and then charges on the opener. Probably did not need to charge me there, and pops his wreck. I'm going to go ahead and go bop his cooldowns, and he runs away from me. So this lets me get out a full flesh craft as he walks back towards me with his recklessness. So I'm just going to sit there and slow him. He conquer banners in order to close the distance because you can't slow conquer banner. And then he charges me again, where I'm just going to get on my mount since he doesn't have a slow and walk away. I'm going to continue to kite from range if possible, but he ends up bolting me and connects with some damage from his big cooldowns here. So I'm going to go ahead and try and fight back as best as I can. I'm going to set up my damage here, toss a few Word of Glories even though I have 8 stacks. I'm going to try and fight so I can reset my Slaughterhouse stacks, but unfortunately he is able to maintain them. So I'm going to go ahead and stun them on the Enrage regen so he cannot heal. Do as much damage as I can into him and back off. He Rallying Cries, and I go in because I have my Shield of Vengeance about to expire. I Trinket out and explode the Shield of Vengeance stun on him. Alright, so this next duel is against a Feral Druid. Feral Druid's actually a pretty good matchup into Red Paladin because they can kite away and reset just as well as Red can in duels. I'm going to sit in my Consecration because if you sit in the perfect center of your Consecration, they cannot rake stun you. But I do let it fall just so he opens. He gets out his Sickle and his all his bleeds on me in the opener with his Berserk Thorns and then hits into me. I'm going to try and play a little defensive by popping my Eye for an Eye during his big heavy bleeds and then outranging the clone at the last second to just keep tossing range damage at him and healing myself to full. I didn't really commit any big cooldowns aside from Eye for an Eye. So I'm able to Trinket and kick the Convoke. That is my Trinket, but he is not going to have Berserk to pressure me at all outside of his next Convoke. So I'm not too worried because I have Bubble and Bop still. I'm doing decent damage into him, but he pre-bear forms my stun and uses Barkskin. So very good job by this Feral here, knowing when he is able to start to kite me and get some resets. If he roots me, I'm going to Unbound Freedom out of the root and keep chasing him down. Running in and out of bear form, trying to get as many free frenzy regens as he can. My stun comes off cooldown, and he's actually DR'd, so that was my bad. I was not tracking the DRs, because usually it doesn't come off until it's off DR. I pre-vengeance this because I thought he was going to open hard on me, but he ends up break cloning me and resetting, which is actually the better play by him. I go ahead and unbound and seed out to try and get as much speed as I can to catch him, but he ends up getting the re-stealth, and he's probably going to open hard on me. So what happened right there was he actually raked on me right as I fleshcraft. So I immune the stun and was able to kick the convoke. And then I stun him up right here. He barks in and bear forms, but I'm going to go in with my damage to try and finish him off. So I could have popped wings right there, but this guy's a little bit less gear than me. I was giving him a chance to see how well he could really do. So he's frenzy regenning with thorns up in bear form, and he's just waiting to recover, getting his stun DRs back, and then cutting away. This guy's actually playing this duel very well. I was very impressed. He's going to clone me as I get in range, but I'm able to stun the clone, and then we should be able to finish him off right here. Alright, really nice game by that Feral Druid. Alright, this next duel is against another Red Paladin. My general rule of thumb for dueling other Red Paladins is whoever pops their big burst first, except their defensive, the Shield of Vengeance second, will typically win the duel if they can blow up their Shield of Vengeance on the other Paladin. Or, you know, get the enemy Red Paladin's Shield of Vengeance to blow up on them. So this guy goes and pops his Wings Shield of Vengeance right here. So I'm going to go ahead and Wings and parry and try and blow up his shield into my shield so he takes the full damage from my shield. I have a massive proc right here, and as I break his shield, my shield breaks onto him and it one-shots him. So this next duel is against an Elite Shaman here. He's getting my my typical setup, and he Kobe's me off the edge. Very good gameplay right there. Very nice positioning from the Elite Shaman. And as I unbound freedom towards him, he goes and lightning lassos me. I'm gonna kill the cap and kick the hex though, and pump my damage into him. He presses wall before I get my damage off, which is really good reaction time by the Shaman. But I am proccing heavily on this guy, and we end up finishing him off. And this last duel here is against a Demon Hunter. Now, Demon Hunters are actually not super easy for Ret to duel, just because if they do proc their Necrolord Demon, they can just heal over and over and over. Except this guy is actually the Hunt, so I'm just going to kite away from his meta as best I can, and his Hunt damage, or his Hunt dot damage is ticking away on me, so I'm going to go ahead and Eye for an Eye and Emblem Shield of Vengeance. We're going to explode the Emblem Shield of Vengeance on top of the Demon Hunter. However, Demon Hunters take reduced magic damage passively, so it's kind of tough for Ret to just burst them down. So I'm going to stun him outside of his blur as it faded and finish him off 100-0 in a stun with my wings and procs. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to shoot me a like, thumbs up, follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and I will see you all next time. Peace.